No woman should attempt surrogacy except she no longer has a womb or for some reason she's unable to have children. Lies! Quick backstory. The other day I did a post and said if you're over 30, you're single, and you want to have children in future, please freeze your eggs and every other thing I said. Internet people came for me. They said, Ife, people are poor. There's poverty in the land. Not many people can afford it. Even after I had said this thing is expensive. Okay, listen, I'm about to trigger the internet people again. If you're a woman, you have no fertility complications, you can carry a child to term, and you decide by yourself that you don't want to do that and you want to use a surrogate instead, your decisions are valid. You don't owe anybody any medical report, apology, or an explanation. Let's make the story personal here. I have a womb. I don't have any fertility complications. I'm perfectly healthy, but I'm still going to use a surrogate. I know many people are.
Hi diamonds, welcome to topisqotv. Drop your diamond emojis in the comment section, guys. But before we go on, like we do, we like to give disclaimer. This conversation we're about to have was on the streets of social media. We did not go to a first parlor, we did not go to her bedroom for her to expose this to us. She brought it to us and we're going to talk about it. If you are not comfortable, this is a good time to scroll along, go and do something, go and eat beans, something, just do anything, but just go. All right, yeah, we'll give you some time. While we're giving them time to go, can you please like the video, okay, and drop that diamond emoji? Let me see it. Are you gone? All right, thank you, bye. Anyway, so we were on the internet when Diary of a Nigeria Girl, Dang, shout out to all the Dang community members, said, my community people, bang, 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 I have talk for us to talk. Now, if you don't know who Diary of a Nigeria Girl is, I want to call her Diary of a Kitchen Lover. If you don't know who Diary of a Nigeria Girl is, Ife, she's a community leader. I have been following Ife for, let's say, over 15 years now when she had a blog. Yeah, but I'm not an active member, but I've been reading her way back and she has always been this expressive person. So yeah, let's get that. Let me put my badge of I know Ife from way back. Oh yeah, that one's out of the way. So she got married early this year, or they brought it to the public early this year, one of the two. And it was everywhere that she got married at the age of 41, which is in light of the African Nigerian context, right? In light of the Nigerian African context, she's getting married late. Ever since Auntie Ife got married, the internet people say, ha, we have no rest. They say, ha, since Auntie Ife enter husband house like this, we the online in-laws have not rested. Ha, you know, especially the Twitter branch. Oh no, those ones say, kai, can this woman just enter inside her house and enjoy her marriage? Let us rest. They say, Auntie Ife, Jesus rested on the 7th day. They say, before una go come again. I don't care, I love you, come as you are, no wahala. So they say, ever since Auntie Ife was wedded in the holy matrimony, that she started having back scrubs and all that good stuffs. We, the internet people, we have heard it. From I froze my eggs to today, which we are going to be talking about. I don't know how I didn't do that video. Life. But yeah, to today, I don't have fertility problem, but I'm going to use a surrogate. Ha! Now, the thing is that when it comes to this, our Nigerian online ecosystem, we are a divided people. You see, they used to say, we not get work. This, and you see, the country is hard. So anytime anybody comes with anything to talk, we are a country of yappers. We have degrees in yappintology. So you cannot come to the public and say, I'm not going to yap. Why? It is part of our culture. Have you forgotten the years back when our fathers will stand in front of newspaper and this thing and be arguing? These days we do it on the internet. So we have not rested though with the online community. At this point, I want to offer all of us water to drink. You can have water. Okay. Now, we don't know whether Auntie Ife is doing this thing deliberately because she seems to be enjoying it. So let us indulge her and talk about it. She's my senior colleague in this painting industry. So I'm going to be giving you what the yappers have been saying. The talk is long ago. The other day when she did the one of, oh, you can freeze your eggs, people were like, Sister Ife, do you know how much it is to freeze egg? Some people say if you like, fry the egg, turn out to anything, not concern us, not going to disturb us with your egg matter. Carry your egg matter, be they go. We don't want to hear it. But let's talk about this surrogacy matter. It's a very serious issue. I'm trying to make light of it, but it's actually very serious. First and foremost, some people feel like her tone in the video we started with was lacking empathy. That's some people's argument that, look, the commercialization of surrogacy is unethical. It's a big argument. And to be honest, me personally, I'm not in the mood to get in this argument because I can see people that are already carrying their shovel, their everything. But I want to tell people to first of all calm down. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. In, out. Don't be getting triggered on the internet, especially around me. I don't know why I'm triggering you guys, but just breathe in, okay? No triggering, okay? Calm down. Are we calm? Are we calm? Okay. I know I actually need you to breathe in, then give a deep sigh. Good. All right. So some people are saying her tone was without empathy. All over the world, the issues around fertility, women's health is always nuanced. Okay, so people want some level of sensitivity to the approach when it comes to this topic. Okay, because there are many women who are TTCing, there are many women who have gone through different procedures. That is hard. Okay, that's a lot of people's experience. Now, let's go back to what Ife was saying. She was saying, and I think we should just stick to the issue. Let me not go left and right. Topisco, stay in the middle. According to Ife, in Ife's perspective, let's talk from Ife's perspective. She says, I don't have a tragedy story, but I want to use a surrogate, and I don't have to explain to you. That's Ife's perspective. Should we respect her perspective or should we argue with her perspective? Now, she says she doesn't want to explain to the public why she is choosing to use a surrogate. I want to stay on that. We may explore what other people are saying in another video, but let's stick with what she said. Now, even though she doesn't want to explain it to us, we as intelligent, reasonable human beings, we can deduce why. Okay. When do people use surrogacy? Usually it is when all other forms of assisted reproductive or fertility treatment have failed. Case in point, the man may have extremely low sperm count. The woman's eggs may not be viable. Yes, because when you get older, your eggs may not be as viable as when you're in your 20s and your early 30s. Basic biology. Or the woman's reproductive system may have issues, and so she might be advised not to carry a baby by herself. And there are other women on the spectrum who do this as, will I say, a kind gesture for women who are not able to carry their babies by themselves, ideally. Now, these women who do this get remunerated a compensation. Let's not call it a payment, okay? A compensation for borrowing their bodies to birth babies for people. Now, all over the world, there's a lot of controversy about the ethics and the ethical part of surrogacy, as there is in any industry, whether it's surrogacy, whether it's adoption, whether anything that has to do with fertility. There are gray areas. Okay. So let's put that on the one hand. But let's say Ife comes out to say that I don't have a tragedy story. That's what she's telling us. Okay, that's what she said. Let us also put at the forefront that Ife is not just a random person on the internet. Ife is a public personality who has built her brand from having a community online. And anybody who knows anything knows that in having a community online, sometimes you have to elicit emotions out of people because she has a business that she's running. That is on one hand. Okay, so Ife is not just any woman coming to tell us that, oh, I'm going to do a surrogacy. Okay, so let us put that at the back burner. Okay. So now that Ife has told us, giving us this information, is she on her right to say, to want to do that? You answer in the comment section. I'm not going to say yes or no, right? But are there women who subscribe to Ife's philosophy? Of course. Of course. Of course. There have been speculations over the years that our you people's Queen Bee of the Queen Bee dynasty used a surrogate for her first pregnancy. I'm going to look for that picture and put it on the screen. Why? Because she had to work and she had to go on tours. So it would not have been, for her situation, it would not have been ideal to be carrying the pregnancy up and down, performing and all of that. Then there's the other Auntie Kim K, that some people have speculated over the years that she used surrogates to have some of her babies because she was working. I said all of that to establish the fact that there are very popular women who subscribe to Ife's philosophy of, I may not have any fertility issues, but I want to use a surrogate to have my babies for whatever reason, which she said, I don't need to come and explain whatever reason. Now let us now talk. We are having conversation based on what she said. What are the possible reasons why somebody may, aside fertility reasons, not want to give birth to the baby by themselves? One, work. You may not agree, but it's what it is. In a lot of organizations, when a woman is pregnant, there's a word that our HR used to use in those days about equality. When you talk about equality, it is not just only in remuneration, it's also in the area of the amount of time you spend at work. A man does not go on maternity leave, or a man does not have the hormonal imbalances that comes as a result of pregnancy. So when a woman is pregnant, she may not be as efficient as she would be in her work when she is not pregnant. So there are people who may be in very high profile careers that they are like, I may not be able to afford to take out these 9 months with all the ups and downs that comes with pregnancy. I'm telling you why. Am I justifying it? No, because we have to break these things down, but that is a possibility. 2, aside from work, people may be in different seasons of their lives where they cannot almost similar to work. They can't afford not to be at optimal performance. Pregnancy comes with a lot of things. For a lot of women, it may be a walk in the park, but for some other women, it's not like that. Pregnancy can be high risk for older women, and Ife falls in the category of older women. Once you are above 35, it's usually high risk. Now, does it mean that auntie so and so had a very easy pregnancy? Good, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's like that for other women. So those are possible reasons. Now add your other reasons in the comment section apart from this one that I have added. So even though Ife says, I don't need to explain to you why, which is within her rights, okay, these are possible reasons why she's choosing to opt for surrogacy. Now, in your own values, you may feel like, oh, it's wrong, it's this, but that's your personal value. Doesn't mean that everybody subscribes to your own type of thinking. Now, that's the first part of the story. I don't know if we should do it in this video or we should do it another. I don't want this video to be too long, okay? But people are bashing Ife based on all these things that we just talked about now, and say they, from their own perspective, they are saying that the women who okay, first of all, some people are saying the commercialization of surrogacy is being exploitative. Now, if you want to consider that line of thought, when you say somebody is being exploited, it will connotate that the person doesn't have a say in that transaction, right? But in most cases, in most cases, when it comes to surrogacy, not baby farms, surrogacy, the angel, the surrogate mother, usually, okay, agrees to the contractual terms, which varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So what might be unethical in Europe may not be unethical in China, may not be unethical in Nigeria, depending on the laws surrounding surrogacy in these countries. So for us to say that something is exploitative, we need to understand the milieu under which that contract was taking place. So before we say Ife is exploiting the women, we need to understand, where is she doing it? She did not give us that information. We don't know. So that, I just wanted to say that. Okay. Now, are there people who exploit because it is largely unregulated? There are a lot of gray areas, so we really cannot speak to that. But people are saying, oh, when it comes to it, it's been exploitative, they are poor and all of that. While some other people are like, no, these women are being compensated for what they are doing. And that there are also women who, it is not a financial decision. There are women who are wealthy who decide, sorry guys, excuse me, there are women who are wealthy who decide, I just want to carry a baby for someone. So it's very nuanced. Some other people were saying that, okay, I think we just talked about it. Let's just go on. Some other people were saying that rather than using commercial surrogacy, why don't you adopt a child? And some other people are arguing that the person that gave birth to the baby you want to, the child you want to adopt, is he not a human being? So what is the difference? So it's a lot of nuanced conversation. But for people who also feel like, oh, why is Ife talking about it? Why can't she just do what she wants to do privately? Awareness, we will not be having these conversations because there are some people who still feel that there's a stigma to somebody else carrying a baby for you. We're going to talk about that in another video because I've been seeing different takes up and here and there. But anyway, we just wanted to come and talk about why Ife is doing her surrogacy that she told us. So share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.